All right, put on all the layers. Whoops. I can still smell shit in here, you know?
You make it smell like bleach.
I would prefer to smell the bleach. Frankly, it would smell better than what came out of your ass.
Come on, man.
Something crawled there, fucking died. You don't see a proctologist about that. You can look that. I'm telling you right now, that's not normal.
See what Scott said, so.
Yeah, okay. Scott was choking to death over there, terrified you're gonna bring out the bleach. His worst nightmare is you start farting bleach. And maybe if you drink it, that'll happen. You should try that. It actually smells like you drank bleach and ammonia.
So you got two,
One might be, this is Bedford, Brookfield Police Department, Fire Department, EMS. And his Department of Public Works, and then Danbury Fire.
oh, okay.
Why are you eavesdropping?
What it used to be was you run like a cable aerial to the Christmas tree antenna up in the attic. They don't have that. So this is sort of like kind of in the basement, sort of.
It'll work.
Well, still, does it really make a difference if you pull the antenna up? Yeah.
It'll work like that, but it'll work better, can't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my scanner, my old room downstairs hooked up to the antenna in the attic. And you'll pick up everything.
Shitload of shit.
You'll pick up on the other side of the county dispatch, you'll pick up like the state trooper cars, to the state troopers to the barracks is one frequency, the barracks to the cars another. You'll pick up the cars to the barracks. But on the handheld one upstairs, you won't pick that up unless it's really
Because
close.
my mom had the metal Christmas tree about this big,
Like that.
and then that was up in the end. I think it's still up there.
That's what picks it up.
I think because even Penny was like, she's like, I'll go get the Christmas tree. I'm like, well, then you run the antenna just straight up the thing here, and it, you know, if you really want to. So I said that's the way to do it.
Go to some of your parents' house, right?
Long gone.
How you gonna go get the Christmas tree? I'll go somewhere.
You have to buy another one.
Yeah.
For like $60, $100.
Yeah, you can do it very much. Yeah, this was the one, and then
Why do you want to spy on the emergency services there,
a friend
Scott?
of mine wants it, not me.
Find out where all the police traps are?
I have nothing else to do to. No, she goes down there to do laundry shifts to. On the radio.
It's always on like in the garage in my parents' house. It's on. My mom hears the scanner go off and she'll turn it on.
Yeah, yeah, listen.
She'll hear the tones go off and she'll know something's going on.
Well, steps out to listen in, you know.
Ready? Okay.
Oh, there's Mr. Bad Boy.
Oh, poor little guy. He didn't do nothing bad. No,
is he running?
Of course he's running.
Is he gonna sleep in your room?
One little cat fight.
Well, he needs a wake up call.
Panther must have given him the finger. That's what it was.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, 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 no. What the hell's the matter with you? Oh, God, don't bring it down here.
What?
Holy shit. I'm glad you did that on camera. That was nice.
Voices again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Christ.
here it is. I got this thing for you.
What is it?
This signature.
Oh, do me a favor. Shove that carburetor in there.
Rifleman in there.
Yeah. They give me the rifleman first, and then I'll put the carburetor. Let's see if the rifle they'll fit in. That'll make it easy to carry anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's mine. Just all right, Mike.
My boys. Maybe next week.
Yep. Hopefully your guts will settle down back by then. Let's watch this water here. Still full on my hiney. nice and crisp out here, all right. All right, let's see here. Squeeze it all in. Great. Drop something on the fucking ground. And my bag. Get in there. There we go. Oh, nice and windy too. Ah.
18 degrees.
Lovely. Oh, that was one nasty smell. Holy shit.
Well, better than the bleach ammonia.
I tell you what, if you farted bleach, it wouldn't be that bad. Leg look like moving out there like a skunk.
The garage light came back on. Hey, the trip light went on. Let's...
If he pays 16 grand for that thing, he must have got a really, really low mileage or something like that. You know, like 6,000 miles on it or something. They just don't bring that kind of money.
I've seen them. I've seen the name.
Yeah, they're not that rare.
I pawned it 10 years ago and now I want it fixed.
Yeah.
Fucking 63.
Bought it, never picked it up. But the car wasn't exactly cherry, you know? Just a regular old car.
So the old man dropped $30,000 to get that thing done correctly.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a full restoration.
So now, what is that worth now?
Not 30,000. You'd be lucky you get probably about 18 to 20. But he wasn't doing it to resell. He's doing it for himself, his own collection. You know, so that's different. You never get back what you put into a car. You never.
Unless that car sits in a what do you call it? Temperature controlled.
Well, it's Vegas, so it is temperature controlled basically. You know, it's never going to go bad out there if you keep it out of the damn sun. If you got parks in the garage or something, you'll be fine. But you know, you don't. When you restore a car like that, you just don't get the money back out of it. It doesn't happen.
Unless
you do it because you want the car, because you want to drive it.
Unless it's a CUDA with low numbers.
Yeah, something like that, which is very rare. Or one of those customs like the Count did there with the bouncy shit. They just sell it to the people that like that stuff. But
so to the Vatos.
But you're not going to get it out of the C3 Imperial. Yeah. Sedan, no less.
Yeah, four-door, huh? What was the other car that he did?
Oh. Which one? The old man? He's done a lot of cars. He has a huge collection.
No, he had the one that they surprised him with. It was a similar.
Oh shit! I don't remember. Another Imperial.
That was
another Imperial.
What happened to the car that was out here? Don't know, sir.
Sold it.
You did what? Goddamn, 500
You know, in this
Yeah.
color and that style, a year.
Yeah, you know, chopped and channeled and
Yeah. Some what do you say? Some teenagers said
Yeah.
making it all over right there.
some custom guy was gonna do a job.
Yeah. God damn it! There's less than 558 of these things. Yeah, it was triple black, and they were all nice and original. I guess Rick was tired of things just sitting out back there like that. Is that a convertible? Yes, it was.
No.
No? I thought that was a convertible.
No. I'm not even sure. No, 4-door Imperials are not made.
No, the two-door he had done.
I don't
Yeah, it was,
remember
a, it was a two-door convertible.
I don't remember him doing any convertible. I'm not even sure Imperial had a convertible that year. I'm pretty sure they did. That was more of a town car type thing. 300 had the convertible. You know, cars like that. Imperials was mostly more stately and more Lincolnish type of car.
What was that new in '63?
I don't know, but a lot.
A couple of grand, right?
Probably about $3-4 grand, somewhere in there. So, and which in today's money would be what, 40, 45,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Equivalent to a Cadillac. You know, they were Chrysler's flagship car, top of the line. Like the Lincoln Continental was for Ford, and of course, the Cadillac was for GM.
Boy, what a nasty night.
Yeah, it's winter. Shit weather.
When's the next snow?
This week sometime, probably. Tomorrow, maybe. Monday, I don't know.
I always saw the weather, but I don't remember it now.
So the road's pretty clear, for the most part.
Well, it stopped, so. Is it stopped up here or something?
Something going on. Oh, he's putting down calcium chloride. See all that wet stuff on the road? That is liquid rust.
Yep.
Your car is corroding. I can hear it happening right now.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna
him to spray that then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tap my wipers real quick. There we go. That's a little better. Just put on new wipers too. Not no cheapies neither. For the $3.99 wipers. Ran those on the Buick for a few years. It sucked, and then I said, "Oh, put these on. They're like $20, $30 wipers, and you put these on once, and boom, hug the window, and they're perfect." That's what I put on this thing. Then I got new lights, new tires, new wipers.
Everything's quiet at the mental institutions tonight.
Well, how come they didn't tear down some of the buildings?
Why would they be tearing down the buildings? They don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, some
Oh,
of them.
security guard is there, see? I don't know.
Terry don't want to do this.
They don't want to tear them down because they're going to use them. That would defeat the purpose. They want the buildings, at least the shells of them.
How come Terry don't want to get like a night security job at the haunted?
She doesn't want a job. What are you kidding me? And she's afraid of ghosts. And the dark.
And the ants.
And the ants. And confined spaces. So we drag her up to the haunted mental institution, lock her in a closet there somewhere, and dump in a can of ants. That'll be like, you know.
Or what about the old where they?
Oh, the mortuary freezers.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's a better idea. The morgue freezers are still there. Wonder if they're going to leave them in for the school. There's actually 2 morgues in that place, maybe more. I know I've seen pictures of one is, you know, fairly modern style with stainless steel drawers and all that shit. And the other one has old-fashioned wooden doors,
Yeah, I saw that.
like
yeah.
an old ice box, you know, from the 20s or something.
freezer box.
Yeah. Sure, they had thousands of deaths there.
Electroshock therapy that didn't go right.
No, that maybe, but people, you know, also got locked up in mental institutions for a lot of other things, just not just mental problems. I believe you also got locked up in there for diseases like tuberculosis or other diseases. If you did not comply with, you know, quarantine orders, things like that, they locked you up. I don't know if they used this as a sanitarium, but I think possibly one of the buildings they did. That was fairly common back then. In those days, they could lock up like a girl who had a child out of wedlock. That could be grounds to be locked up in an institution. Especially if it's a wealthy family who wanted to hush something up, you know. Donations were made and paperwork kind of overlooked.
At the end of that movie, The Green Mile, is that where they sent that one dude?
Yes, exactly when they sent them. Yes, a place just like that back then. But I believe they did have all levels of confinement at that place. You know, from just the normal walk-in treated patients to the psychotics who had violent tendencies, who had actually killed people, you know. The Jeffrey Dahmer types.
institution.
No, she's going to the electric chair. Old Sparky.
No insanity plea for her, huh?
Nope. Straight out murder. They weren't given to fucking around too much with that kind of stuff. You know, you got convicted, you sentenced, then to death, they killed you. And plenty of women went to the electric chair.
All states are doing this, or?
Pretty much. Not all states use the electric chair.
I thought Texas was big.
Jersey definitely used the electric chair, so did New York, but others might have still, at that time, could have had firing squad, lethal gas chamber, or even hanging.
I thought Texas was big on the chair.
And they still are. I don't know if they were using it in the 20s, though. In Texas, for instance, is a very big state. Not every jurisdiction might have had access to the electric chair. Well, all of them would have had access to a rope and a tree branch, you know? And actually, there are some states considering bringing back the firing squad. Because there have been problems recently with lethal injection. The chemical's not working properly, shit like that. So now they're thinking about going back to lethal injection, not because the chemicals are not working properly, but because it's cheaper. It's easier, it's cheaper, it's straightforward. I don't think they'll have a problem finding volunteers to man the guns. That's how they do it in China still.
Yeah, how do they deal with that shit over there?
Firing squad. And then the family is, in some cases, billed for the cartridges.
God.
They're lined up and shot.
It's like getting a bill for the dry cleaning on the Titanic there.
Yeah.
You know, for the band.
I got 2 words for you. And they ain't love you.
They have that letter, don't they?
Which one?
We're sending out a bill.
Probably. I don't know.
Brights down a little. Got his fucking all 4 brights on. 4 lights on. Yes. No, the season ended pretty good though, you know.
Which one?
The Boardwalk Empire.
Oh yeah, they tied up a lot of loose ends.
Special Agent Van Olden picked up the father there.
He's now entrenched with Al Capone, you know. Well, he picked up the brother, Nucky's brother.
His brother, Nuki's brother, yeah. Then of course, too bad about Harold. I thought he made it, and I guess not. He died on the beach. And the Libyan, he's in jail.
Yeah. Harrow, you mean?
Yeah.
Richard Harrow.
Bolivian with a dictionary.
It's not what he called him exactly, but yeah. And they're pretty good about doing that on that show. Some shows aren't.
And then what's gonna happen with was it Chalky White or Milky White?
Chalky.
So he's up on the.
Well, he's still alive. He's coming back.
He thinks now Nucky set him up.
No, I don't think he does. Because that was actually his plan to kill Narcisse. That was his plan to do it. So, you know, it's really his fault. He didn't know his daughter was going to be there. There's only pure fucking chance that Narcisse called his daughter
She
out.
was polluted anyway, though, by that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the wedding is off. She's all polluted.
Chalky White is actually one of the few characters in there who really isn't an actual person in real life. You know, he's a conglomeration of other characters. While Nucky Thompson is Nucky Johnson, who is a real person. You know, he actually existed in real life, and he did a lot of these things that they're showing in the movies. It's exactly who he was. But Chalky White was a conglomeration of different black mobsters of the 1920s. You know,
God, see what the idiot did?
I saw.
Speeds up and then just stops. Like what the when the road is the widest. You got the it's like what the oh god. Fucking amateur night. And then what happened to that singer there?
She disappeared. They showed her singing in some little dive somewhere in the Midwest. But pretty much every other major character in there is a real person. You know, they were actual people. The things they're shown doing, they actually did in real life. So it does follow history pretty damn closely, because the history itself is really fascinating enough that you don't have to embellish on it too much. You know, it's one of the most fascinating times there was the 20s, and the scene, the liquor scene. There's so much going on.
Mrs. Thompson, who's involved with Rothstein there.
Not really involved, not by her choice. You know,
yeah.
she's passing him information, pretty much. That's about it.
No, she's making a living and got rent. And,
Yeah, Nucky does eventually marry someone that he stays with a very long time, but that won't happen until, I believe, after he gets out of prison. That's not going to happen to the 40s. Now we're going to lose Rothstein pretty soon.
Did they ever prove the 1919?
No, they never proved that. I'm not sure if it's next season or the season after, but soon he's going to go.
And then what's going to happen to her 5-year deal with?
Who knows?
She's supposed to. I want rent paid for the next 5 years. I want. What does she want? Medical and dental.
Yeah.
Or
No, she
something?
didn't ask for any of that.
Oh, she
Just
did.
ask for the rent. You know, just ask for the place. That's all. In a nice neighborhood, farm, a nice neighborhood. That's it. She didn't ask for a lot. Just the minimum. And pretty soon we're going to see Joe the Boss Mazzaria and Salvatore Maranzano are going to go to war in New York.
When does the old guy step down and Capone step up?
That's already happened.
After the window
Remember the
shooting?
assassinating? No.
Yeah, the
There was-
window shooting from the other building.
Yeah, but after that they tried to whack. They shot him.
Oh, that's right. He was in the hospital.
Yeah, and he said, "Al, it's all yours, and I'm going to fucking Italy." You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I've had enough. It's all yours. This is a young man's job now. So you know, there's going to be a huge war in Chicago between the North Side mob and the Italians. They're going to be battling for years, and Capone will come out on top of that. And of course, he ends up in jail for tax evasion, but that's not until the 30s. So that's years away. In the meantime, there's going to be years of vicious mob war, including the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
But that was until the 30s.
No. Al Capone was the 20s in Chicago. By 1931, he was convicted of tax evasion. He was in jail.
That movie, The Untouchables, what year is that supposed to be?
1931.
Oh, okay, so.
And then Frank Nitti takes over. We haven't met him yet either, I don't think. No, we haven't. He's going to be another major player. Luciano we've met. He's a major player in the New York War. We haven't yet met Joe Bonanno. He's going to be another major player. We haven't met Salvatore Maranzano, and I'm really surprised about that. That's a major character to leave out in the New York scene. And Meyer Lansky, of course, he was a major player right up to the 1980s. He died a natural death of old age.
Which is rare.
Very rare. Joe Bonanno also went the same way. He was 90-something years old and died peacefully. And there's going to be a lot of well-known names popping up now in the later 20s. You know, they come up in the liquor scene because the late 20s is the formation of the mob as we're going to know it for the next 40, 50 years. There's a lot of shit going on there.
How long did it take to drive up here?
Who?
Me.
Oh, Mike said it was over an hour. I didn't watch the video.
Like an hour and 20 minutes or something?
Something like that, yeah.
God. And we were in KFC a whole of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
And we went to the Seacoast too, but not for that long.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the start of the trip, though.
Yeah. I didn't even turn the camera on at that point. So you can add another 10, 20 minutes to it, you know, because time we left my place, getting all the way over there. I wonder if anybody takes any lessons from Boardwalk Empire. And any parables in history, you know, to see how a gigantic criminal enterprise was formed through the stupidity of pandering to a certain segment of the population with stupid laws, is basically what that is. Prohibition, the Volstead Act, that was all pandering to a certain segment of the population, which is absolutely stupid. And it led to something we're still living with today. Yet they learned nothing from it. They did the same thing with drugs, and they're still doing it, and we're still fucking losing. And cigarettes, and sugary soft drinks, and anything else you decide you want to take away, people will want it just for that reason alone. Doesn't matter if they never even used it before in their whole fucking life. The minute they find you don't want them to have it, fuck you, I want it now.
I want it now.
Yeah, and they will come along someone who will provide it for money. And once that becomes lucrative for them, others will see that and want to emulate that and get a piece of the pie. Which will lead to competition amongst the criminals and wars and bloodshed and violence. Everything else that goes with that.
I like the first season, that guy came out of the woods after the shooting.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like 4 or 5 or 6 guys. You sure it was 5 guys, right? And there was a 6th man or something?
Something like that. All that bullshit, Cuomo, the one thing he's waffling on is legalizing marijuana in this state.
You think it'll go through?
Eventually, yes. If for no other reason that we cannot keep supporting a war against the shit that is costing us billions and is failing.
Terry gonna vote yes on that
Oh, of
proposition?
course. Yeah, of course she was. She loves to smoke pot.
You know, you can lose all your VA benefits because of that.
Sure. There are consequences.
They test you every now and again.
Sure, and there are corporations and jobs that require you to have clean blood tests if you want to work there, and they'll piss test you. And if you pop positive, you lost your job. There are consequences to doing the drugs and everything else.
First thing they do.
And that's the way it should be. You know, you use pot and you drive a car and you get stopped and you fail a fucking urine or blood test. If a police officer suspects you're high and you lose your driver's license, that's tough shit. Nobody told you to do that. But I don't think it's the state's position, the state's place to say it's illegal. And then to tax us to fucking fight, you know, to keep it illegal and to lock people up for it, everything else, when they cannot effectively do so.
I didn't pee in a cup last year, but I peed in a cup, shit, 08, 09, 10, 11, and I think 12.
Well, they're also testing you for blood sugar, Scott.
No, these are, no, I didn't do one last year.
Well, was it as physical they were giving you?
No, just pee in a cup.
But you're not in the military anymore.
No, they every once in a while they do random checks.
How, what, did you come to your house? Hand you a cup?
No, when you come in. And
Oh, you're there for medical service, you mean?
Yeah,
In other words, a physical.
Yeah, well, not a physical. They for other things, and they randomly check you every now and again. But then they do, like, then if you go in for your yearly blood work, then I'm sure they're looking for that also. But
Yeah, they're checking blood proteins, sugar proteins, all that shit. And of course, they're going to notice if you're an alcoholic or a drug addict or whatever.
right away.
You know, the biggest fucking thing is, oh, you know, but if you legalize it, children are going to get it. You know what? It's the fucking kids that got it now. Keeping kids away from that shit is a parent's fucking responsibility. Why should my tax dollars have to go, you know, trying to prevent that when parents do their shit themselves? You know, enough is enough already. Sooner or later, you know, we've very effectively lost the fucking drug war. Absolutely lost it. Year in, year out. We fight this fucking nonsense. All we do is make foreigners billionaires at our expense. Let's make some Americans billionaires. Let's keep that tax money here. Let's tax the fucking junkies. Make them fucking pay their fair share for their habits. Just like alcoholics have to do when they buy a bottle of fucking booze. And cigarette smokers have to do when they buy... Yeah, exactly. Let's tax the shit out of that. Them. Boy, it's fine. You want your pot? You want your heroin? Come to the store here. We'll sell it to you. Go ahead. Go get all fucking hooked up with that crap. You'll pay an American pharmaceutical company for it. You'll pay the American taxpayers for it. And if you fucking OD, that's your problem. You're gone. We're done with you, and we don't give a fuck. And if you lose your fucking job because you pop positive, hey, you know what? Those are the choices you make in life. Nobody put a gun to your head and told you you had to use it. And I would tie everything to a piss test. You want fucking VA benefits? Piss test, like you said. You want fucking food stamps? Piss test. You want fucking welfare? Piss test. No more giving welfare money to fucking meth heads and fucking drug freaks of whatever kind they are.
Yeah, they know vets up there got problems.
Sure. Well, how many vets came back from Vietnam with a big fucking drug problem? A lot.
All of them. Just
No,
about.
not all of them, but
Yeah,
you know,
well,
there were a considerable number. I mean, you know, that is the caricature of a Vietnam veteran, but it's not true.
No.
Most who went over there came back, led normal lives, raised families, had normal jobs, you know, and that's that. It was just a part of their lives. Some came back badly fucked up, you know, PTSD, fucking drug habits, everything else, alcoholism. But that happens in every war.
They just stereotyped the Vietnam vet.
And it was also a generational thing. That generation was heavily into experimenting with drugs. It was the culture of that generation, of a segment of that generation, I should say. You know, it was in the music, it was in, you know, all the popular literature of that era. It's what they did. So it was no different for that generation in the military either. You know, the 18 and 21-year-olds going over there. A lot of them were doing it before they went over there. It just became easier to get when they were over there because that's where it's all fucking produced, heroin and not cocaine, but heroin and pot.
And a lot of those vets are starting to disappear.
Oh yeah. They'll be with us for a while yet.
It's the last of the World War II that's be coming up.
They're all Poppy's age now, you know, late 80s.
Yeah, your youngest vets are what? In the late 70s, right?
For World War II, the youngest of them will be in their mid 80s. Now, when Maish went in, he was 17 years old. There aren't that many people that went in younger than that.
Right.
So
That's what I mean.
and he's
So
88. Well, he's 87. He's going to be 88.
One of the ladies I work for over in Heritage Hills was talking about one of her sister's side of the family. I guess when the sister married her husband, whatever,
Yeah.
and then that side of the family over there, and the guy went in at the end of 44, something like that, very late, or end of 44, early 45. And the guy stayed in for something like 25 years. I'm going.
He was there for Korea then, and probably Vietnam as well.
Just most of Nam, yeah. From what she was
Three-war
saying.
soldier.
Yeah. So I said, but he's dead now. But I said, what did he do? And he said he was a drill sergeant. I said, that must have been
Well, I don't think he probably spent his whole career as
no, not as a drill sergeant, but
But it's like any other branch of the military. It's something you do for a while, and you rotate out to something else, keep it fresh.
went in 44. So I said he saw what was ever left of World War II, Korea,
Yeah.
and just about most of Vietnam. Being in 25, I said, damn. So hardened vet there.
Uh-huh.
Army, that's what he was in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What is your purpose in this army, Gump? To do whatever you tell me to do, drill sergeant? Gump, you're a goddamn genius.
Best damn answer I've ever heard.
If it wasn't such a waste of an excellent enlisted man, I'd make send officer school. Something like that. Done, drill sergeant. Gump, why did you do that so fast? Because you told me to, drill sergeant.
How fast was he stripping the gun?
Very fast. Like a minute or so, whatever it was. Just boom, 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 boom.
Or is it a new company record or something?
Yeah, that's a new company record. Lieutenant Dan.
I like when they show all of his family members served in some war somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Fought
Revolutionary War.
and died in
Yeah.
every war. That's kind of
What was the first guy? Revolutionary War or something?
French and Indian, I think.
Civil War, World War One.
Yeah, War of 1812. They're all dropping dead.
It was all Lieutenant Dan, right? That was
He
all
had
Gary,
a lot to live up to. Yeah.
It was all Gary Sinise.
Yeah. Different costumes.
Like we was saying, there is this guy, and then there is Tex. Don't know where he was from.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I was alone.
Yeah.
And that was a very bad thing. In the back over here,
Yeah. Well, that was like in Platoon, where the guy was like, "Son, Key or Mike?" And then you hear him.
Yeah. There gave you, an idiot who goes on TV and makes a fool out of himself, the Congressional Medal of Honor. Well, yes.
New light, see that?
Yep.
Wow, that's something new. Red with a delayed green.
How about you get us another bottle of Ripple?
Have you found Jesus? Didn't know I was supposed to be looking for him. Plowed up here.
Back to the town of Brewster, eventually got to it.
Nobody's on the bike path these days. Huh?
No, sure they are.
Yeah.
Not in any great numbers, but they're there. Mostly walkers. Not that kind of walker.
Oh.
Not yet, anyway.
All right, I'll let you know about next week.
Hi, Scott.
Where's Tiger?
Tiger's probably waiting for me somewhere.